And I'm glad to be here. My name is Dian Tankov, as I was introduced. I'm very happy that I'm in Thessaloniki. Actually, this is my first time being actually in Thessaloniki, my second time in Greece. I'm from Bulgaria, but I don't know why I've been so few times. I would totally fix this in the future. And now I'm going to talk about video content in a WordPress website. So, first, I want to ask you, I know that it may sound a silly question, but how much of you use WordPress? Can you raise your hands? Okay, thanks a lot. This was just because I wanted to see a room full with hands. And my second question is, how many of you do videos, like video content throughout a YouTube channel? Okay, it's less hands. So we almost half of the how use this video. That's cool because I'm going to give you some tips for beginners and average users how you can more successfully use your video content in a WordPress website. First, I'll try to be quick to introduce myself. I'm Dian Tankov, as I told you, and I have experience working in WordPress for almost 10 years. As the first 3 or 4 years were more like not that professional. It was more getting to know the platform. And after that, I started working for the biggest Bulgarian web hosting company, superhosting.bg, where I got more technical knowledge. And after that, last year, I started working in Devrix. It's one of the world's top WordPress development agencies. You may have heard of Mario Peshev. He is the CEO there. So I got more experience, and since May this year, I decided that I want to do something on my own. That's when I started my project. It's the website diantankov.com, where I'm sharing some interesting resources. I'm doing interviews with specialists, I'm doing videos on my own, and I'm trying to share resources about digital marketing, about WordPress, about SEO, and other topics that I know about and are IT and digital. So why am I going to speak now about video and WordPress? My experience in WordPress, as I told you, the first 2 or 3 years, like from 2010 and 2013-14, I did some websites, but it was not that professional. I actually never became a developer, but working throughout the years with WordPress, I gained more and more experience. So now I have some knowledge to touch the code, the CSS and the HTML, but I'm not that good at development. Anyways, I'm more to the marketing part, like building content, also to implement videos and to do the entire strategy. And in video content, actually, I always wanted to start a video channel, to do something, but I was wondering throughout the years, what am I going to speak about? I was thinking it may be too hard, and I had a lot of blockers, which actually didn't let me start on time. But this year, when I worked in Devrix, I started doing some videos for them, and after that, since May, I opened my project. I decided, well, now's the time, just start it, and after that, you will optimize and you will get things better. One of my most serious blockers all the way was that I wanted everything to be perfect and then to start. But this usually, as it becomes with every single project, could turn out to be a big obstacle because if a project is ready like 95%, it's still good to be online, and people will start engage with you and you will optimize. To achieve 100% perfect project is something very hard and could take lots of time. And sometimes this could be some kind of a blocker for us not to do things on time, to lose some track. So I decided just start now. And I sat down and thought what basic principles should I follow when I make video content and my WordPress websites. I decided to be as effective as I could. So my strategy was to make short videos and to publish more and more often content. Like I optimized my video process so I can make a video and publish it in 4 or 5 hours, which is pretty cool now. And this allows me to publish a new video and an article throughout every 2 or 3 days. I decided to be as simple as possible so that I may keep everything fast and to be useful for my audience. To be natural, to present some information that will be helpful for my audience, because I don't want to sound like I'm the best expert and I know about everything. I'm trying to make researches on my topics, to go and to make interviews with some experts that are bigger experts in, let's say, SEO or WordPress than me, for some developer talks, and trying to be as useful as possible. And what am I going to focus on? I just divided some phases of the video creation process and how am I using my WordPress website to enhance the entire picture, like to enhance both the video content and to make it as useful for me and for the audience as possible. So, in video creation, one of the most important, I'll go through all of these throughout my presentation. One of the most important is to think of a topic, to think what we are going to talk about. Also, after that comes the filming, like how we can, what we can pay attention to so in maximum effectiveness, we can select our equipment, and after that, to make the filming process. After that comes the editing, and publishing and popularization. And why am I using a WordPress website as well? Because I've seen a lot of people that do videos actually use only their YouTube channel, but through our WordPress website we have another channel, like we are doing just with one single effort of making content. We can use both YouTube channel and WordPress website. It's like another channel where we have another spot of ours, and we could be a lot more flexible. We can structure and guide users throughout our website, something that we cannot do in YouTube. And I'll talk about how we can optimize, based on my experience, how I optimize my website so it's maximum efficient for the content, for the users, for SEO, and how after that I'm actually increasing my effectivity, and what are the benefits of the entire thing. So first, topics. This is the fundamental. Like, if we pay enough attention to this, which actually is not that much time consuming, it takes me approximately half an hour just to sit and to decide. First, make sure that you always speak of stuff that you know about, at least you know a little, and or you can ask some expert about. And when we know about the topic, it's easy just to have a half an hour of focus time to sit, to think, and to make a structure of some, for example, 3 or 4 videos and articles that we are going to publish throughout time, and just to outline some bullets, which can be some questions that we want to answer about, something that our audience will be interested in, and that we want to answer with our videos or our articles. So plannings help throughout the entire process. When we plan this, we have the entire picture in our heads. Like, we know what to pay attention when we film. We know what to pay attention when we edit. We know what to pay attention on when we popularize after that. This is very, very essential, gives the structure in our head, and we have our goals. We know what to do. It makes the process a lot easier and less time consuming. So you may also do a short research in Google. I do that for a lot of my topics. It helps a lot, gives me some ideas, and it doesn't take a lot of time. After that comes the filming. First, what I did is, because I'm following my principle, be as simple as possible. At first I was like, okay, I'm starting now making videos. Do I need some special equipment, like to pay thousands of euros to buy some cameras and microphones? But I decided that it would be a lot easier for me if I just use my phone. It's Samsung 9. It has a pretty good camera, but this could be also achieved with a modern iPhone or some other modern smartphone. So I decided to film just with my phone. First, I don't have to pay more money to get some cameras. Second, I can put it in my pocket and wear it everywhere with me, so I don't have to carry to events or to interviews or whenever I film to carry some equipment and to make the process harder. Also, I needed a microphone. Uh, there are cheap microphones like 50 euros just for some brush that you can attach here and film. And also, just the simple headphones work perfectly. Actually, no one's paying attention on what your equipment is, as far as the quality is good for web. People just want to see a nice content. And also, I needed a tripod. I went and bought a tripod for 20 euros, which is very flexible and works perfectly for me. So now I packed the entire equipment, and it's an equipment that I can just put in my backpack and wear everywhere. It's perfectly easy for me. I set it for 30 seconds and start filming. And when I'm filming, I'm trying to follow my bullets that I outlined before that, and trying to be as natural as possible. At first, I started to do everything in several takes, and after that, this was an obstacle for my editing process, because as much as I filmed and as much stops I did, after that I had to go throughout the videos to spend hours and hours to edit so that it may be perfectly fit. And I decided, okay, if I film everything just on one take, and no matter if I made some mistake somewhere, it sounds even more natural, people will appreciate it. So what my advice is, just try not to overthink and overload the process. Additionally, film on one take and use as simple equipment as you can. After that comes the editing, and when we've done the previous two phases with minimum efforts as we could, the editing process is a lot easier. It takes usually 20 or 30 minutes just to, because I have an intro for every video that I make, I have it prepared, I have an ending prepared, so I'm just going, and it's like a puzzle. I'm putting the intro, putting the new video, putting the ending. I have the whole process like with templates created, and just optimizing something with the sound, or adding some photos, or just clearing if some mistake is too bad to be published. So when we film in a way that we can make the editing process easier, we are totally on the right track. And don't overthink, don't try to be perfect in everything. Like, at the beginning I spent sometimes 2 or 3 days just to try to fix the sound as much as possible. And whoever I showed it, before it was ready, he told me, it's cool, you can hear what you are speaking. So, and another thing is, if you write subtitles to each of your videos, that helps you even if somewhere the sound is not that good, it helps your viewers just to take a look at the subtitle and not to lose the entire context. And after that comes the publishing and popularization process. Here, my advice is write description everywhere, because they help your viewers to understand your content better, and it's also good for SEO and to be listed higher in Google. And at the beginning I was, okay, I will start my video channel, but I found out that it will be a lot smarter if I publish each of my videos throughout an embed through my WordPress website. Because this way I have another channel, and I will speak of all of the benefits in my next slides about this. So, just to say about popularization also, try to be everywhere, really every channel that you can use, Facebook, Instagram, all social medias, LinkedIn, even Pinterest. Try to be everywhere where you could, because sometimes the audience is the same, but always there is some percentage of new people that only use LinkedIn or only use Twitter, and they will see your content. And also you can use paid advertising to boost your content. At the moment I'm doing everything organic, but I think it's a very good strategy to also have some Facebook advertisement or even to make some Google Ads adverts to some of your articles. And now about the WordPress website. When I publish the videos throughout my website, I have my online spot, and I could be as flexible as I want there because my YouTube channel kind of restricts me. I cannot structure the content in the way that I imagined. I cannot do specific actions like to add some call to actions, to give some freebies, because YouTube has specific rules. In my website, I have the freedom to do whatever I choose to, and I'm more effective. I can even give freebies in some of my articles. I can add some additional information throughout the article that I missed in the video. I can make call to actions. Another thing is that I am publishing my content throughout my website, but let's say that, for example, I have also a page services in my website, and I'm seeing how maybe around 30% of the traffic goes through video article 1, video article 2, video article 3, and after that they go to the page with the services, which is very good for generating leads and actually promoting your business. We can also structure our websites like to organize the content throughout different categories, how we want to. Yeah, YouTube also have playlists, but here we can play it with the CSS a little. We can make visually things to look better. We can add more viewable descriptions. We can add better titles, and we can be as relative as we want to our users. We can make our website so when we know our audience and when we know its type, and we can adjust the website so it can be maximum effective for them to visit and to guide them throughout our website. So it's another benefit that we can do. And about optimization. When we have the website, first it's very important both for user experience and for SEO to be as quick as possible. At the beginning, when I was setting the fundamentals, I maybe spent like 4 or 5 days just to achieve 100 results everywhere and to achieve page speed like 1 or 2 seconds. It depends actually. I use a CDN, but it depends on the region. Sometimes my website loads in 2 seconds, sometimes 1 second. And I did a lot of optimization for speed. Some of it was I used all the caching I could. I used CDN. I'm also optimizing every image when I am posting to my website, so it can be below 50. I'm striving to be below 50 kilobytes. Sometimes I accept also 60. I'm trying to scale all the images, and I'm using GTmetrix and Google PageSpeed Insights just to give me some guidelines. What do I have to optimize? I know that this is not like the perfect solution, and some developers more advanced may say that, okay, you are optimizing just to get the 100, and that's not the essential part. But for a beginner website, it helps a lot to fix a lot of stuff. Even like it's saying me, you can incline those CSS. I find a plugin that can do this, and it works perfectly for me. Also, it's very essential to optimize the UX and to be mobile friendly, because I'm seeing my case like maybe around 60% of my entire traffic comes through my mobile. So if I don't have a good mobile version, it will be very bad and the bounce rate will be significant. That's another thing that I paid a lot of attention in the beginning, to optimize for mobile as well, to make my website as responsive as possible. And I'm also doing a lot of efforts in SEO. And actually, in YouTube, I'm writing subtitles to every video and writing description. I don't know how much this is actually helpful for Google. I think it has some meaning, but all of the efforts that I pay are throughout my website. When I publish an article, I'm using Yoast, and I'm trying to fill all the requirements, all the guidelines of Yoast, and I'm trying to optimize as much as possible for SEO. And the good thing is with video content that you have different topics, and every different topic you can optimize by a specific different keyword that is unique in your area. For example, in one video I optimize for digital marketing, in another I'm optimizing for SEO, and people after that can find me throughout these words, which are actually services that I provide as well. So this also helped me a lot throughout my SEO strategy. And it boosts a lot my effectivity, because creating videos on one time is a process that takes 5 hours, but if I upload only on my YouTube channel, I have some subscribers and some viewers there. When I use my WordPress website as well, I'm getting the other channel, and just with one single effort to create the content, I am more flexible and can use the two channels to popularize. I get traffic one time to my YouTube channel, second time to my website. And it's pretty awesome. After that, I can share everything on Facebook throughout my website, which is also a better approach for me. And I have a lot more opportunities to monetize things. Like I can put some, for example, if I make a video about an event or some kind of product, I can market the product that I want in a relative way throughout the content. Let's say I'm doing something for SEO and I'm writing an article with SEO tips. At the end, I decide to popularize Yoast and to say, well, use this plugin and it's very effective. It can help you with point 3, 5, 6, and 7 from my article. And I can write to Yoast and ask them, well, guys, can you give me, for example, a coupon code for a 30% discount and 10% commission? They will be happy to do that, and I can monetize things in the most relative way and get a situation which is win-win-win for everybody, like for me, for the company that I'm working with, and for user, because it's not some kind of advertisement that is like a banner throughout the heading of my website that will actually drive back users. It's a more relative way. I can also popularize myself, my services throughout this, and the options are actually quite a lot. So also when we create video content, at some point YouTube also can, when we have a lot of views, YouTube can also pay us, but this is another thing. So the options are a lot more. We get more reach using website with YouTube videos. And for a conclusion, I want to say what I achieved throughout the first month, which was actually September, because throughout July and August, I planned to start everything throughout July, but at July 1st, I met a girl that after that became my wife. I got married 3 weeks ago, and actually July and August I postponed things. So September I started everything, and just for a month, following my goals to be more effective, flexible, and to popularize more, using YouTube videos and WordPress, I achieved like more than 7,500 page views, around 3,000 of which were unique. I got 1,400 people, unique visitors to my website, and I'm not using any paid advertisement. I'm only using organic, and I think it's not the best result, but for a first month, I'm quite satisfied. Also in September, there were 2 national holidays in Bulgaria, so I'm expecting now October, November, the results to be better. And during time, I got more and more subscribers, and the best thing is that people actually naturally and organic go to my, do the actions organic. I'm not asking someone to do this on purpose. Everything is organic because, and that's how I know that people like my content. I also got like 1,500 views, watch time, and 1,300 views. And my basic advice is just to be consistent, to publish as much content as you can, more often, to be smart, and trying to read, to think over new and more effective ways to popularize, to make videos, to put some more interesting content, to be useful for users. It's good to focus on details, to strive to be as good as we can, but not to overthink this, because when we overthink, we may actually, this may slow us down, and at the end, we may miss the entire point and the big picture. Optimize everything, write text, and keep everything simple and as effective as possible. That's my advice, and now thanks a lot. If you have some questions, I'll be happy to answer. We have lots of time.
Thank you, Diane. It was
Thanks.
really interesting. So, do you have any questions?
We can have a small discussion,
We have some time.
and also outside in the coffee area, you can find me. I'll be here today. I'll try to be here until 5 o'clock, because after that, I'll go back to Bulgaria to my wife. Yes?
Just a second, please.
Thank you, first of all. Which video editing program do you use and which do you recommend?
I'm using a MacBook, so the Mac has iMovie, which is
you
actually
don't-
comes with the Mac, and I'm using it. But I know that for Windows, for example, a Movie Maker is a good software. Also, Filmora is a good software, but the free version of Filmora always comes with a watermark of Filmora. The paid version was something like 10 euros per month or something like this. It's not that expensive. Also, for more advanced, you can use Adobe and the Adobe After Effects software, but it costs a lot more. And if you want to be simple, I don't think that it's that necessary at the beginning. Yes, it has a lot more options, but just for web, the software that comes with your PC, like iMovie for me works perfectly. I can adjust the different frames, I can do picture-in-picture, I can adjust the sound. Also for sound editing, Audacity, an open source software, is very good. You can clear noise without the software, you can amplify the sound. So at the beginning you may stick with iMovie for Mac, or for Windows, maybe Windows Movie Maker. If you make more advanced things, Adobe After Effects is the best for me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah?
Do we have another question?
Hello, and thank you for being here. I would like to ask, are there some specific kind of settings that you use when you export the final video that need to be in some percentage, like
When I export from the software
have specific- yes,
before
you-
I upload to YouTube.
yes, you have some specific settings that the video needs to be compressed, for example, in order to be SEO-friendly.
Yeah, iMovie provides me an opportunity to write descriptions and to add tags to the video itself. And after that, in the title, of course, it should be relevant to the topic. So that's what I do when I edit, like tags, description, and title. It takes not much time. I'm saving in almost the best quality which is possible. And after that, when I upload to YouTube, I'm writing subtitles to each of my video, both in Bulgarian and English. Most of my content for now is in Bulgarian, but I'm writing in English in Bulgarian. First, in Bulgarian, if something is not that well spoken throughout the videos, people may not lose the entire context when I have subtitles in Bulgarian. Also, for accessibility is good, because if someone has specific needs, they can also understand my content. I think it has some affection on my SEO, because these are keywords that I write as well. And that's why I decided to write in Bulgarian and in English to be multinational. And when I upload to YouTube, I'm writing everywhere as possible. Also titles, descriptions in both languages, and add tags. And that's all that I'm doing when uploading to YouTube.
Okay, and something else. When the same video that you upload on YouTube, you want to upload it to WordPress too, shouldn't it be more specified for WordPress, more optimized for WordPress?
What I'm doing is embedding the YouTube video through WordPress, like Gutenberg with
You
Gutenberg
don't
work.
upload it right away in the site.
What?
You don't upload it in the
No,
WordPress
no, I
platform.
upload in YouTube and after that embed throughout my website. And I'm using Automize, you know, the plugin. It has, by the same developer, there is a different plugin called YouTube Lite, and it helps me optimize the video, like compress it better for my website. And that's all what I do. I'm not uploading the video to my website because it will be very harsh on the hosting. I'm also using
Yes,
shared
that's why I
hosting.
asked. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but this works perfect. Like I use YouTube platform to host my videos, and after that, just embed through my website. And when someone clicks it, loads. It's okay. I don't think there is a need to upload videos throughout our website. We can use if we are not comfortable with YouTube, we can use also other platforms. There is like Vimeo or some other that works perfectly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Do we have another question? Something to talk about? Well, I have a question.
Okay.
It's quite common, I believe, if we are talking about video. But how much time length do you believe that our videos should have?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It was something that I was wondering in the beginning. I decided to make short videos. I decided to keep the videos between 3 and 6, 7 minutes most. Because I'm seeing it now, when I upload a longer video, I never uploaded a video that's 15 minutes, for example, or more. But when I upload a 10 minutes video, I see how people don't watch it until the end. And when I have the 3-4 minutes videos, people can actually go in the subway and watch the video. They can watch it while they are making coffee or smoking or whatever. So I think that the perfect format is between 3 and 6, 7 minutes. It's enough to say, to answer 3 or 4 questions. And people will know that in your channel, they can just go, see something for a quick when they wait for something, and after that, come back again. I know another actually video creator from Bulgaria, and he makes videos that are 30 minutes long. And me personally, I tried to watch some of his videos, but he lost me on the 6th minute, because when we make too long videos, another thing is that we are driving away from the topic at one point. If the video is short, we are going this, and explaining and be absolutely clear about what we talk. When we make longer videos, we're starting to talk at some point about things in life and stuff like this, and totally it's not relevant to the topic. So my opinion is keep below 7-8 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So, if there are no other questions, we will have Dian upstairs on the WP Cafe area for a small chat before our lunch. I hope you're hungry, because at 1:30 we are going to have lunch here. So have a nice time, and we will be back here at 3. Okay?
Cool. Thanks.